What is up everyone? My name is Unknown680, and today I'm ecstatic to present you all with a special Geometry Dash video, as today we'll be tackling Sedulous by this community's favorite for Samifying. In all seriousness, this man more than deserves a shout out. I first discovered him through the keynotes earlier in 2020, and ever since I started checking out his streams, I was immediately hooked. He quite literally built almost everything that is presented to you from the ground up. Everything from the stream transitions, sound effects, graphics, video editing, you name it, this man can do it. Never have I met someone so insanely talented, a true master of his craft. His streams are a blast to hang out in as well, bringing in much needed life, love, leisure, and laughter when you need it most. I find his streams are the magnum opus of the GD community as a whole, with maximum versatility. Whether or not you're an avid member of his chat or community, or is just someone who just wants to chill and vibe, his streams are perfect for you. I cannot recommend him enough. So please, do me a favor and serve this man justice. Go check him out. Otherwise, now, this is one level I've been excited to play for a while now, as it has such a gorgeous, sleek design, and is an absolute delight to play. I'll explain more in detail what I love about this level later on. For now, let's hop into practice mode and let the master's work speak for itself, shall we? You start off as a ship and will need to use two inputs in order to change gravity. Be sure to take note of the trigger orbs in the portals and make sure to hit them. This first trigger orb shrinks you, which is required in order to proceed. Hit the trigger orb in the portal, fly up, and tap the black orb. You'll emerge as a UFO and need to do a rhythmic series of inputs from here until 5%. Tap twice in the area of the circular arrows and tap 6 more times in succession like so. Here is where the level really shines in how well it syncs with the music, transitioning beautifully all the way through. At 5%, you'll arc as the ship. Tap and hold the red orb, and you'll flow to the black orb seamlessly. Now, hold the black orb until just before you reach this yellow portal. At 7%, gaze in awe at the very detailed custom saw blade which drops just behind you and immediately closes in. The ground shifts up at a perfect time so that your icon just barely evades it. I always love when a creator creates elements that give the illusion of a looming threat without putting the player in any real danger, especially given how close you get to the blades. I predict that it must have taken hours to playtest, let alone design. Next, hit the green orb late, giving you the height you need to reach the platform and sight read from here. At 11%, tap once you enter the UFO portal and hold off the green orb. Keep holding as you rapidly teleport as a mini-wave, transition into a ship, and change gravity. Once you reach the blue orb, release and immediately hold again. At 14%, be sure to tap off this yellow orb late and begin holding once you enter the ship portal. You'll ascend and jump off a slope. Release after you jump here and hold off the 2 blue orbs, but be sure to release after the second one before you transition into the mini icon. At 16%, I always like to tap once I reach the ground here, as I find holding through this transition isn't consistent for me. From here until the drop, you go through a relatively simple orb portal chain, followed by an easy mini ship section, if you can control your ship well, of course. As the beast roars, forgive me for not knowing the animal, here is where the quality of the level really begins to shine. To me, there is a perfect balance of glow and detail in the object design, including blocks, obstacles, and background elements alike. It doesn't obstruct the gameplay in any way and really does enhance the atmosphere. This quality remains consistent, if not increases, as the level progresses. At 27%, begin a hold input just before you enter the first ship portal. This input will carry into the icon portal and register the yellow orb. From here, tap the orbs timed with the music. You'll find yourself in the UFO at 30%. Tap once before you change gravity and twice repeatedly thereafter. Hold off this yellow orb at 32% all the way until you reach the floor at 34%. Tap to change gravity as the ball and hit the green orb. As you do, the level fades away, surrounding the player with a detailed, radiating design. I like to think of this as a brief, yet much needed breather point in between fast-paced sections. This is why Lycanthropy is the perfect song for a level like this. Begin holding just after you transition into the icon at 35%, and keep holding until you exit the mini-wave. Hold off the black orb, ascend, and tap immediately once you reach the icon portal due to this detailed mega spike that protrudes out. For the next 4 inputs, tap immediately after you enter each portal, again timed with the music. I'd recommend timing these next 2 orbs carefully, as it's relatively easy to misguide your momentum, resulting in you crashing into either set of spikes. Hold off this blue orb, jump off the slope, and dash your way into the next section. Tap at each of the orbs you see here, holding off the final green orb. From here until 48%, only release and begin holding again whenever you approach an orb. At 48%, you'll find yourself in a robot and will need to execute some gravity jumps. You'll actually need to do bigger, earlier jumps than what meets the eye, especially at the last jump, where you'll need to get as close to the floor as possible so that you enter the icon portal at its lowest point. Tap the red orb and be sure to hit this dash orb quite late as to evade these spikes. Refer to the music's timing to master this. By the way, I love these menacing eyes, just saying. Hold off this blue orb briefly, and tap twice once you enter the mini ship to stay level. Tap the red orb, tap once right in the middle of the 3x speed marker, and hold off this green orb all the way to the next drop. You can release after you jump off this slope, by the way. Once again, we are treated to some more intuitive designs before we proceed as well. Begin holding just as you enter the ship portal. This section is quite easy to sight read. Hold off the black orb at 64% until you transition into the UFO here. Allow yourself to fall a bit, then do 4 inputs in rapid succession, ensuring that your 4th input occurs right at this yellow orb. By the way, I'd like to comment on how beautifully incorporated this monster is into the level design and how the eye tracks your movements. Begin a hold input as you enter these portals until just after you jump off the slope. Tap at this black trigger orb and spam to evade the spikes as the ball, eventually landing on this platform. I have to commend the design choices made in this section. Notice how in most levels, your icon doesn't really feel the impact of changing speeds rapidly, completely ignoring inertia, which is a resistance to a change in velocity. As you land on this small platform, you see that the icon remains slanted throughout this entire transition. It struggles to slow down and gives the illusion that it is making use of the friction this platform provides in order to not fall off the edge. In a game as crazy as this, being able to replicate real-world physics in this way is truly a sight to behold and commend. Tap both blue orbs and hold the ship until you enter the ball portal. Tap off this slope as the icon and hold off this black orb. This gate should open, allowing you to weave your way through as the mini-wave. As you ascend the icon and enter the UFO portal, tap twice quickly so that you flap down, then up. Jump off this platform and begin holding immediately after you enter the ship so you fly down. Then, do a series of medium-sized robot jumps. You'll be transported into a dual wave section in which you don't have to do anything, as this is a breathing point. Gasp in awe at the design. For this last section, you just need to remember some more timings. Tap the first and second orbs, tap the third orb, hold up the 4th until you exit the ship, tap both of these blue orbs, and tap these last 3 orbs in rapid succession. The input sequence should go a little something like this. We get treated to a beautiful butterfly animation as we're carried to the end screen. Here, players get to choose whether or not they'd like to partake in a hardcore mode, which is essentially some tight ship flying. If it's disabled as you see now, then there's no collision on any of the objects, and you can just read his message and the wonderful community members' names, animated in spectacular fashion. If enabled, be prepared to do some quite tricky flying, at least for my skill level. Evading all the names as they fly by will reward you with a coin if that suits your fancy. As for me, I will be doing both regular and hardcore runs on this level and pay tribute to how much I love it. Let's get started. Essentially, Sedulous by Samifying, it has been a passion project of his for over 3 years in the making. I've really been loving hanging out in his live streams as well. It's been such an awesome time. He delivers one of the best streaming experiences that I have ever seen. He sets up all of the elements himself. He creates everything he does from the ground up. It's so inspiring to see. And he is an awesome guy in so many regards. And we are going to be experiencing it for the very first time. Let's get into our first initial reactions. Perfect, beautiful first attempt. I'm going to maximize the amount of time I can possibly spend on this level, which means I will be getting as far as I possibly can without practice mode. And this demon is a little past my skill level, so I think this will actually be the perfect jump. Basically improve my skills as a hard demon player. My hardest demon, I would say, is Space Locked, so this is definitely most likely a step up from it. So, I have, yes. So good! Actually playing it is such a different experience than just seeing videos on it. Ooh. Does this level have any duels?
I don't.
I think it does, but they're not like complicated. But I'm pretty sure it's like.
Oh, 10%. I'm going to really try to get to the drop without practice mode. Personally, I'm an easy man to please. I don't get upset at a lot in terms of levels. I realize when it comes to people's creations, I know how important it is to keep that spirit of creating alive. So I'm the type of person, even if I feel like I have valid things to say, I will refrain from criticizing because I realize, first of all, everyone has their own opinions. Second of all, it's not worth my time to criticize. And third, people's standards, I think, nowadays are just a little too high, to the point where we don't allow ourselves to appreciate things as they are. We would be a lot happier in our lives if we just learned to appreciate and be grateful for things more. That's all.
That's true.
Yeah, because I have 12 online now. Yeah, okay, cool.
Ooh, okay, I have to hit there sooner.
Bro, you're gonna check your messages.
Okay, you tap up there, and I think you actually use that same blue orb twice because it's rotating. Or revolving, I should say.
I'm gonna make it.
Oh, okay, I have to hit that yellow orb sooner.
By the time you get there, typically, you're just... It's already...
Okay, I have to go up. Okay. I'm getting close to reaching the drop.
No, I didn't mean to hit it like that, no.
Okay, 17.
Nice.
I think from there it's just a series of green orbs, ship portals, and icon portals. Okay, I have to hit that a little earlier. Yeah, the Rob Top picture!
Okay, Rob Top, okay.
Hey, bro, that's like, wait, what? Huh? So the picture we all use is the same guy, apparently.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. Think about how old that old picture is, compared to the one posted today.
From university. Remember the picture that's just like him, just like there's like a white room, and there's a guy just like looking at the camera, like with like his on like there's like a white table. Because here's the thing, that other picture is also of Rob Top, and it looks more similar to the newer picture than the famous one.
But he did say that the iconic picture was simply him doing a funny expression.
He's saying all three again are of the same person, so it's not like a fake. Because Viperin confirmed that yes, that one with the eyebrow is Rob Top.
It just doesn't look like him,
but it is.
19. I'm really happy for Rob Top. I'm glad he's doing well for himself.
I'm glad he's doing all this stuff to get the community hype. I'm really enjoying it.
2.2 is going to revolutionize everything. And
2.2 is gonna be great.
And it'll drop a night when we don't expect it. A lot of us here, I'm going to not necessarily call it, but I have a very educated hypothesis with the way 2.1 was released. It just dropped overnight, just casually dropped the updates. There was hype surrounding it, and hype was generally building, but I don't think we'll know an exact day in advance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what Rob Top does, he does the same thing Scott Cawthon does, where he's just like, whenever the game's ready, I upload it. That's what
game's ready. Let the community figure it out for themselves, and then let the hype just gradually spread.
Here's the thing, Rob Top actually streamed himself uploading the game, uploading 2.1. So I've seen a clip where, like, in the chat, there's Rob Top on his channel being like, hey, let me know if there are any bugs, blah, blah, blah. Then the guy checked Steam, and there was 2.1 right there, you know, with finger dash.
That was weird.
You know.
Maybe I have to hold there. I think it's definitely on the horizon now.
Close. We're near the end.
And a lot of people say that a lot of the time. I think 2.2, I fear it's going to release at a time where I can't get to playing it right away. And then I'm just going to internally implode. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yes! I made it to the drop! And I'm done! I cannot go past there without practice mode. But 27% without practice, I am satisfied. Whoa! Why is this the attempt number? Are you kidding me? What does this mean? What on earth was that? That's a screenshot and a half. Ooh, okay. I think I almost have it. Okay. I'm done.
Dude, you have
20.
16 viewers right now.
16?
Yeah.
205 bits! Starburst! Thank you so much! Ah! Yeah, we'll do an ad time. Sorry. Guys, this is my very first... I have never had a hype train before. Are we already starting with this? Are we already starting with the hype train? Well then, chat. Thank you so much, Luna, Rice Stuff, King Creeper, Star Marine, Aleplays, YT, am I missing names? Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. This is amazing. Wow. Awesome. Current hardest level would either be Space Locked or the Atagarasu. Both hard demons. I think Sedulous might be a little easier than both. Or maybe I just got better. I don't know. It's one. This is my third ever.
I will personally say, from me, I think Space Locked is harder than Sedulous. It took me like a couple days to beat Space Locked, although that was just because I was there. But I personally, Sedulous only took me like a day.
Space Locked took me months, Jordan.
Yeah, I would say probably Sedulous is. I would say for me, Sedulous is easier than Space Locked. I mean, Space Locked has those ridiculous duels, so...
Oh yeah, I did... Once you figure out the pattern, it's actually not so bad. But trying to learn that pattern might take... Yeah, the duels aren't so bad. Alright, we're off! Alright, I'm satisfied. I'm not going for hardcore mode. Alright, that is it. We did it.
Wow, you did it.
We did part 1. I'm not doing hardcore mode now. I'd like to finish the level first, save my progress, and then we'll go back. Shout out to all these names, by the way. All awesome community members. By the way.
Juniper.
Yeah. Alien Shoxy Zaro. Hey. That's awesome. Alright. That's part 1. Special... Yeah, I'll read all of these once I complete the hardcore mode. Can we take some time to talk about the new Among Us map, by the way? We absolutely must, in my opinion. So, you have ladders, you have platforms.
You choose respawn after meeting.
You can respawn wherever you'd like. I'm trying to think. You can actually evade imposters so much better now.
Here's the question: are some of those like are you gonna like the spawning different places after meetings? Is that gonna be carried over to the other maps or just this?
I think just this map. Maybe that'll get implemented later on. I think it might be just this map. I'm not sure.
Also, I just realized. That video actually also confirmed a bunch of other things. Like that confirmed, I believe, a right-hand man costume.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The also confirmed new death animation because it had the
blast.
Wait a minute, but how would that work with our costumes?
Maybe different costumes have specific animations.
Oh my god. Imagine if, imagine if like the top hat costumes had like their own like top hat themed kill animations. Like that could be cool.
The original idea, there's clean toilets? What? Okay, just because a task can exist doesn't mean it should. Do you want to clean toilets? Who's down for cleaning toilets in Among Us? Picture this. You're in a meeting. Someone says, I'm not the imposter. I just did toilets.
Oh my god. No. Please no.
I don't want that, dude.
I just had another thought. What if the toilets are the vents, and the vent is a sewer system?
Oh my god.
Oh no. They vented, they would say they used the toilet or something.
They flush themselves. I literally saw him flush himself. He's the imposter. Okay, here we go. I didn't get far in hardcore.
That was kind of expected, I'll be honest.
That's my first time actually getting there.
If it took me, someone with an extreme demon under my belt, like a while to do, then
It took you a while to do hardcore?
yeah, I remember I died there several times before I finally did it.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if someone of your skill level also had trouble with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, kind of the fact that I had a hard time with that as well would, indicate that it's really hard.
Because I was I did already beat this level with the full detail. I'm actually going to do hardcore mode in low detail because I'm tired of lag spikes. So I'm just gonna go ultra low detail. Which
I'm pretty sure I had to go low detail mode in order to play it myself, which sucked, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
That's alright. I'm not that picky about detail. I'm more than willing to sacrifice detail for performance.
I would rather have like the lowest quality frickin' version of a level possible, if it meant I could actually, play it properly and beat it.
No!
You just hear.
I kind of figured that's probably the last difficult part where you have to go up one more time.
Yeah.
One more time.
Here's the thing. I got lucky there because I only died there once.
I mean, that's only my second death in the hardcore section, so I'm pretty satisfied. We did complete Sedulous. At the very least, we did that. So, wow! Kiwi Fluffy! With the 1,000 corgi pets! Thank you, Kiwi Fluffy! Wow! Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
A unknown D.
Thank you so much for the 7th month sub, Novanik. Star Marine! Yay! Thank you, Star Marine, for the raid.
Merry Christmas.
What? Nick!
Hellflay, Star Marine.
Thank you
Shane,
for the
Hit
subs! Nick, I would not have gotten my first payout if it wasn't for you. And now I'm not gonna go- now- well, I just realized I probably should be recording, but we'll see.
I mean, technically on Twitch, we can just clip it. And...
Yeah, I just don't worry about the bitrate plummeting mid-attempt.
Oh yeah, yeah, that.
I don't have the most strong of internet, okay.
Either I would.
I was recording! I was recording.
My area only is basically controlled by Monopoly.
Monopolies,
so... Which in game is cool, but in real life ain't. That's cool.
Monopolies.
Jacksepticeye is streaming? Cool. Wow, haven't I not followed Jacksepticeye yet? Like, he's, like, favorite big YouTuber.
Amazing. Oh yeah, she donated 1,000 bits at the very end of the stream. Of the stream I did about an hour ago.
Nice.
gonna tell you when you. There we go.
Wah! Yeah!
Nice.
I did it!
What?
Oh gosh. Oh man. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sedulous by Samifying. An absolutely gorgeous masterpiece that took so much time and dedication to make. What an absolutely amazing level through and through. It's just an absolute blast to play. It's super fun. So many cool transitions and effects. This is just an absolute labor of love. The story behind it contributes heavily to why I love it so much, and this level will stand the test of time. It absolutely does deserve its epic rating. So, I'm going to just quickly put a comment, and yeah. That's it. That's what we shall do. Booyah! Ladies and gentlemen, Sedulous by Samifying. Before we wrap up here today, I'd also like to mention that there is one other aspect of this level that I'd like to acknowledge. Throughout the level, you may have taken note of some names ingrained in the level design. Those, my friends, include all of the people who have supported Samifying throughout his years creating this level. If I recall correctly, there is an upwards of close to 1,000 names, if not more, hidden throughout the level. Go ahead and pause the video at any point during the gameplay portions of this level, and I can almost guarantee that you will find at least one name hidden somewhere. If that doesn't scream dedication to you, I honestly don't know what will. With that, I'm going to be wrapping up the video here. I hope all of you were able to make the most out of 2020 wherever possible, as well as have a safe holiday season. All of you deserve nothing less than all the love in the world. It's the least I could do in return for all that you have given me, especially this year, and I will always be eternally grateful. Last but not least, I wish you nothing but the absolute best in 2021. Stay safe, lots of love, and peace out.